Every single financial system, every empire, really, has a secret. Right below the surface, beneath the official world of banks and spreadsheets, there's a whole other economy humming along. And this place, it follows a completely different set of rules. It's where truth gets treated quietly while the official world is busy telling its story. And this quote right here, it just gets to the absolute heart of it. A shadow economy isn't some bug or a glitch in the system. Not at all. It's what people do. It's a fundamental human response. When the promises of official money start to feel empty, people don't just throw their hands up and quit. No way. They adapt. They build something new, something that runs on the oldest currencies we have: need, trust, and real physical stuff. So that kind of forces you to ask a pretty big question, right? We're all trained to watch the stock market, to check the inflation reports, but what if all that is just the official story? What if the real health of a society, the actual truth of it, is only revealed when that story starts to crack, in the small, desperate transactions people make just to get through the day? To really get this, we've got to look back, because this is not a new idea. Far from it. The black market is actually one of the most consistent patterns in all of human history. It pops up in every single empire, time and time again. It's the secret that just keeps repeating itself. I mean, look no further than the Soviet Union. It's the perfect example of this split. The official story they told was all about socialist equality, sacrifice for the great proletarian cause. But the reality on the ground? Well, blue jeans became a currency, a much more valuable one than the ruble. Wives of high-up party officials were getting French perfume smuggled in while they were preaching sacrifice to everyone else. The state had to pretend the black market wasn't there, but really, it was the only thing keeping the lights on. And here is the craziest irony of it all. Governments will get on a podium and condemn these shadow economies. They'll call them criminal, unpatriotic, but behind closed doors, they absolutely depend on them. These markets don't just move luxury goods. They're what feed soldiers, they're what fuel trucks, they're what get medicine to the sick. They do the one thing that bureaucracy just can't seem to do. They actually work. Okay, so how does one of these things actually get started? How does it operate? What are the mechanics of an economy that's literally built on desperation? Well, the rules are pretty simple, and they are absolutely brutal. It always starts small. You almost wouldn't even notice it. Somebody trades a pack of cigarettes for some sugar. A mechanic fixes a general's car in exchange for a couple gallons of fuel. But then these little trades start linking up. Networks form. Suddenly there are brokers, smugglers, middlemen, and a real supply chain emerges. And in this world, prices become brutally honest. They're not set by some committee in a government building. They're set by raw, unfiltered desperation, pure supply and demand. And before you know it, this illegal economy is the only one that's actually functioning. So in a system like that, who wins? Well, it's always the same folks. The people with access to real goods, the people who have better information. Or sometimes it's just the people with the guts to operate outside the official rules. And who loses? Well, the losers are the people who keep believing the official story, the ones holding on to a stack of worthless paper promises while the real economy has already moved on without them. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. This is all fascinating history, but what does it have to do with today? Well, that same survival instinct, that same drive to build an economy that can't be frozen or controlled, it's happening right now. It's just using brand new tools. The shadow economy didn't go anywhere. It just got an upgrade. And this is the part you really have to understand. Today's black market isn't happening in some dark alleyway. It's happening on your phone. It's digital, it's encrypted, and it is moving at a speed that no regulator on Earth can possibly keep up with. And listen, this isn't some sci-fi theory. It's happening everywhere. In Nigeria, people are using encrypted chats to move US dollars way faster and more reliably than any bank. In Argentina, they're using peer-to-peer crypto swaps just to escape a currency that's in total freefall. All across Southeast Asia, people are trading offshore stablecoins to protect their wealth. It's the exact same survival instinct we've been talking about, just built for the 21st century. This isn't a rebellion in the way we usually think about it. People aren't in the streets with protest signs. They're just adapting. They're quietly, methodically building a parallel financial system, one that gives them control, sovereignty over their own money. And they're not asking for anyone's permission to do it. That is the quiet revolution that's happening right now. So all of this, it brings us to what might be the most important question of all. Once you strip away all the official stories, all the complex financial jargon, what is wealth? What actually, truly has value when everything else falls apart? Think about this for a second. While governments are giving lectures about the dangers of financial crime and unofficial assets, what are their own central banks doing? They're quietly buying up and hoarding the oldest, most unofficial asset there is, gold. They're not diversifying. They are hedging. They are betting against the failure of their very own systems. When you really boil it down, you're looking at two totally different systems. The official economy, it's designed to measure one thing: control. Its currency is just paper promises, and its whole foundation is built on banks and laws. But the black market, it measures truth. Its currency is real human need and actual trust. And its foundation, tangible goods, and as history shows us time and again, gold. So here's the real signal. The moment the black market becomes more important, more honest, more functional than the official one, that isn't a warning sign that a collapse is on its way. No, that's the confirmation that it has already happened. So let's just make this personal for a second. Forget all the big, grand theories. Just ask yourself this one simple question. If you woke up tomorrow and your bank said, sorry, withdrawals are limited, and your salary was suddenly worth half of what it was yesterday, what would you use to buy food? What could you actually trade? Whatever your answer to that question is, that is your real economy. It's not the number you see on a banking app. It's not the balance in a spreadsheet. It is the real, tangible value you can count on when all those official systems turn out to be just an illusion. And if you look at the long, sweeping arc of history, its verdict on this is always the same, and it is absolutely ruthless. The official money, the paper promises, it always dies first. The black market, that system of survival, it has its own life cycle. But gold never leaves.